Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine, this is Leah Sees Movies, and we are back with the next episode of Arcane, Season 1, Episode 6. I am a little bit under the weather, so forgive me if my voice sounds weird or if this is a little more low energy than I normally am. Just bear with me. The last episode we left off with Silco. Okay, God, I'm so bad with names. Silco finding out that Vi is alive and out of prison and roaming the streets. She broke out with the assistance of Caitlin, who is trying to figure out what is going on in the Undercity. Zon? She has this theory that there is one person who is doing all the things culminating in the explosion that Jinx did, and she's halfway there. So with Vi's help, she's trying to get to I keep wanting to call him Cisco. That is not his name. Silco. She's trying to get to Silco. Upstairs in Piltover, Jace and Mel got together. He then just left her middle of the night to go take care of Victor, who is dying of Timothy Chalamet disease. And we found out that the Pop Rocks, they need blood. They want blood. I should call them Audrey 3s. I like Pop Rocks. I've stuck with that for so long. But yes, we have found out that the gems are bloodthirsty, and I'm assuming now Victor is not going to die because he's going to become blood-bound to this gem and access a new level of magic. Also, the same magic that Jinx is trying to work out and figure out, but I feel like they're going to level up faster because she's on paper, she's not going to figure out the blood connection immediately. But then again, I feel like she's around a lot of bleeding people, so we might get there eventually anyway. What else? I don't know. Like I said, brain's not really working at 100 right now. Yeah, I don't really have any theories, I think, for what's going to happen this episode. I think even though I am counting that eventually Victor is going to figure out this whole blood magic thing, I don't think it's going to be this episode. I think it's too soon. I think we're probably going to spend most of this episode just in recovery. And presumably Silco is going to be trying to find Vi and kill her because he doesn't want her to mess with all the progress he's made with Jinx now that she's been reborn in the ways of the drowned god and has accepted her new path. I don't think he would want her past coming in and breaking that bond. But other Piltover stuff, I can't. I'm really bad at Piltover plot guessing. There's always something happening. There's a time jump. There's technology I don't understand. We're just vibing. So yeah, let's get started. I assume this is Piltover since people are playing in the water. But also, we are shown that it is greasy and, yeah, there's like an oil slick on the top of this water. So they probably should not be swimming in that water. Oh, no, so this is definitely the Undercity because that's baby Victor. For those of us who saw Morbius, all 8 of us, real Morbius vibes happening right now. Also, I'm assuming it's a fairly genius child, I don't think maybe you should have put your motorized boat down a river you couldn't follow. Stick to maybe a somewhat shallow area, a pool, ask another kid to go get it for you. It's like an axolotl, a big axolotl with scary vibes. I was like, oh, that's Silco, but now I'm like,
loneliness is often the byproduct.
How does he look worse before the eye?
What is this? Is real. She's a rare mutation that I cultivated. Here.
Multiple tongues is a hard no. Hard no. Yeah.
She's dying.
Oh. Well, then that just made me sad.
Attempting to prevent that. The mutation must survive.
Can I help?
Very well.
I kind of appreciate that Victor has apparently been like this since he was a child. He stumbles upon someone mid somewhat illegal science experiment and is like, no questions asked, I'm down to help. maybe he's just really desperate for friendship, but like I would ask a couple more questions about the person doing genetic mutations in a cave.
I heard your prognosis. I'm terribly sorry, my boy.
Do you contemplate death, Professor?
Only that of friends.
He's like, I'm immortal, actually. I don't have these problems. Sorry.
As founders, what haven't you to show for your remarkable life?
You should be proud of what you've accomplished, Victor.
Figments. My contributions will be short-lived, even in your memory.
I mean, they wouldn't be short-lived as like the co-creators of the gates. But it seems like he just hasn't gotten any credit for that, which I still don't really understand. Especially since he obviously does care about his legacy and being remembered, and he's had health issues since he was a child. Okay, fine. You don't want to go on stage. But, hi, I'm the co-founder of the Hex Gates. Like, he was working on this research for years, and it took me 6 hours to get the final details together, put the puzzle in its final place. Like, he very much should not be worrying about people forgetting him or not being memorable. You did something very, very memorable. Teleportation. And also, the Infinity Gauntlet, I guess.
I didn't know you were an artist.
Maybe if you'd stayed around for pillow talk, you would.
Victor's dying.
Okay, fine.
Victor saved my life once. Now he needs me, and there's nothing I can do.
I didn't realize he was so close.
He's like my brother.
Oh, okay.
Why did you come to me with this?
Nothing feels impossible when I'm with you.
Okay, this is cute. But I feel like I just never got to see them have actual emotional conversations before now. And also, I didn't know you guys were that close. Does no one know about Victor? This is so odd to me. Okay, well, the way he's staring at the pop rock right now, I think my estimation will be wrong. And he will be cured this episode. Because I underestimated his desire to just stick his hand in stuff. Victor and MCU Monica Rambeau have the same I gotta touch it disease.
What's all the hubbub?
Boss wants us to grab someone up.
Who are they? Why wasn't I invited to the party?
And I don't know. They got in a fight with Savika. Did a number on her.
Just help me to the edge.
I don't think you're in good parkour condition right now.
Can you do this?
Oh. Look at me, idiot. No, you know what? I was right. That was just slightly slower falling.
We lost her.
Who?
Lost who?
I mean, we established she's not a big fan of Savika, but is it just because she's being excluded? I guess so.
It's your sister.
Yeah, well,
She's back. She's looking for you.
there goes that, what's it called?
Girl enforcer. Guess she replaced you.
You're lying.
Theory. My brain is not working. But he's a father. I don't care. I don't care. So was Vander. Oh.
About time Daddy joined us.
That's terrifying.
You were so busy. Little Wren here saw me in.
You didn't cover stranger danger with this child? That's like step one. Also, ew. Babysitters? None? Just we leave this 5-year-old by herself?
You remember our old friend Vi, don't you? She's in the lanes. There's an enforcer with her. A girl, roughly the same age.
Caitlin. She's a Kiraman. Just like them, she does whatever she wants. I'll track her down. I can fix this. Please.
Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's not funny.
They cannot be allowed to resurface.
Yeah, you can't kill
We
Caitlin
understand each other.
unless you want every enforcer ever in the lanes, and Marcus is not going to be able to stop that. I mean, I guess theoretically they kill Caitlin, they're gonna be like, oh, Vi escaped prison and killed her, and then make it her problem. But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that would get a revenge mission either way. He's like, oh, but we caught the killer. Doesn't matter. Everybody got to go down.
It responds to organic matter.
Ew. See, now it's growing in Audrey too. He wants more blood.
It could be the key to augmenting physiology, extending life, curing you.
Oh.
It's happened to everyone. I can't determine why.
I mean, you guys solved teleportation in like 6 hours last time, so unless you plan to die like 48 hours from now, I think we're gonna probably be good.
I can feel my body eroding. I'll have Sky bring Heimerdinger. He might know something that could help. In the meantime, we'll do what we do best.
Again, I just don't have good feelings about Heimerdinger and blood magic.
What is this place? It's where the kind of people you topsiders don't want to think about wind up.
Oh. Okay, so like leper colony.
There.
But if there's like a house wooden shelter in this colony, how come no one is in there? Seems like they could use a shelter.
This only works if we can trust each other.
It doesn't work. It never has. You topsiders always find a way to screw us.
I suppose Topside is to blame for all your misfortunes.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
I'm calling it the Hex Core. Hextech that evolves.
The Ram Gerbil is not a fan.
You must destroy it.
Yeah. This is an unsurprising reaction.
I've seen nations destroyed by a single seed, and it looked exactly like this.
Professor, this could save Victor's life.
Victor, something's different. You've changed. What did you do?
What do you mean, Professor?
It's that thing. It must be destroyed.
No, I won't let you.
Jace, this is a violation of the ethos.
What has changed about Victor besides like dying a little more?
We'll see if the council agrees.
I love that thing so much.
I might know someone else who could. You do what you have to. I need to get ready. For what?
I have a date. No, I'm sure he means for like a council meeting where he's like, hey, Heimerdinger is old and he's afraid of change. We gotta get rid of him.
But I'm a friend. Or at least I was. I mean, I owed an old man my life.
Are you contagious? Just wondering.
I do know someone else who might be able to help. Come with me.
It's a little too Gollum core for me. I don't know if I want to follow you into the shadows, actually.
Ailment.
Bullet wound.
She's been stabbed.
Oh, stab.
She makes potions. Helps people here with this.
Shimmer, why would you take something that does that to you?
I just wanted to feel what it was like to be somebody. To make other people afraid. Trade.
So is that shimmer disease or whatever what happens when you like OD on it? Or is it just like a diluted street version of shimmer and that's what happens? Because I assume if this is what was happening... Yeah, I assume if this is what was happening to Silco, he would not be taking it up the eyeball.
Happy to see a friendly face.
No, you go ahead. She knew me when I was still...
Oh! Oh, he's the little shifty looking doctor. Took me a second. Took me more than a second. Totally forgot. The way he was looking at that, what I assume was a teeny little drop of shimmer. If they're all like shimmer addicts, for better or worse, is it going to be a great time to walk through?
I found this on one of the firelights.
I don't know, that colony?
Fragments we found outside your lab and at the Hex Gates. I have reason to believe they're planning more attacks. Short of searching everyone who crosses the bridges, I don't know how we can.
Then that's what we'll do. We have to protect the city.
Freedom versus protection.
What?
Ooh.
Shimmer is rampant in the Undercity. Attacks at the Hex Gates and in the Academy Square. Enforcers fear to set foot in the lanes. All under your watch.
Jace put some bass in his voice.
Time and again, you've warned us what not to do. But let me ask you this. What's your plan to fix this?
I mean...
Humans don't live for centuries. We can't wait for progress. We need a leadership focused on the future, not the past.
Okay, the past does matter.
Father have built over.
But
years of service can never be repaid.
Yeah, he doesn't really give strategies. He's just like, not this.
Founder of our city. A well-deserved retirement.
Ooh.
Jace, don't do this.
Not the forcible retirement.
It has to be unanimous. All in favor.
I will say, it seems like this is something that would have required a lot more back networking before just being like, I'm going to oust the founder of our city.
Respect and appreciation, Professor.
Damn. They were waiting to kick this man out. And isn't it what I was saying? I was like, oh, they'll have an uneven number, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're voting for it. You proposed it. Aww. Oof.
We need you back on your feet.
Hmm.
What was the name Savika gave you? Jinx.
Oh, wow.
Right. Jinx. How could I forget?
That was just, that's done? We're healed? Oh, boy.
You used to live here. Who's Powder?
My
Jinx.
sister. I thought she died, but now.
How do you not know if your sister is alive or dead?
I've been in prison! Dummy. Do you think anyone was sending me letters? No one knew where I was. You know that. I really feel like Caitlin just skipped over the, hey, you're in like a deep dark cell with no record of your arrest. Granted, I know she wasn't in solitary the whole time, but still, she was in prison on not false charges, no charges. Oh, that's what I said. I'm like, I don't know if we want to go through Addict Alley. Bro. Squirrely little dude, huh? He saw a little hint of that shimmer and was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to get me some of that.
What have you done with my sister?
I have freed her. Oh, she is more than I ever imagined.
Oh my goodness. Yeesh.
Yeah, well. You talk too much.
Woof. Like I said, she may not have a backup plan, but plan A is always getting active. And I respect that about her.
Wherever you are, light it up.
Oh, wait. No, like, that's so cute. She's kept it this whole time. Come on, girly pop, look up. Look up, look up, look up. Okay, I swear to God, Jinx, if you're just like, well, she didn't come, I'm gonna be furious. Like, she's going through something. that is a gorgeous shot. She's going like further underground. I'm like, she's not gonna see it. Oh, Jesus. Silco is crashing out. She's not gonna see it! No, wait, there's... oh, damn. Gosh. Okay, but that only works if you, like, stay at the... Like, you lit the light, but you have to be there long enough for her to come get you. Also, at the beginning of the show, I was like, hey, are Silco and Victor related? And then I was like, oh, my bad, let me not... I was being mean to Victor because he's pale. But even if they aren't related, there is a connection. So.
We live. You did this? I thought you understood. The mutation must survive.
Not the creature, just the mutation. Aww. She looks like Toothless. Ew.
Understand now.
Fine, so it's not Silco. In my defense, it's a freaky looking scientist dude. I didn't realize there were that many.
How many problems can one girl cause?
You know who can cause even more problems? The one you adopted. Ooh! Go. Come on. I feel like she's not gonna get there, and then Jinx is gonna just be like, well, guess she hates me. Can you...
Powder?
Yo! Okay. This is more positive than I expected. Okay.
Why?
I love the big eyes. Like, she just immediately looks so much younger. Like... Don't maybe pick that back up. I don't like that crow hanging out. I feel like it's gonna pick it up.
I did, but I got arrested. Marcus, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean you don't know? Who else chloroform ragged you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Things changed when you left. I changed.
I know. Pow pow, I know. You did what you had to do to survive.
I will say, for someone who's supposed to be a minor, I would like Jinx to be wearing more clothes. I don't know, man. It's a little too much side boob for a teenager.
Who's she? Who are you?
It's okay. She's a friend.
Savika wasn't lying? You're with an enforcer?
Okay, I had to get out of prison.
I'm here for you. Only you. You can fire that thing if you want, but I'm not going anywhere.
Everyone shut up! I need to think.
Oh, jeez.
Do you hear that?
Is her sister a little imbalanced? Yes, but honestly, that's not new. The signs were there. Oh boy. Please get this gun away from her. They're all on flying skateboards, and Vi's like, I'll punch you. And it works, so who am I to laugh? Ooh. Oh, dang it. Jump off. Yeah. The laughing is concerning. Oh! I really need Vi to get some, knuckle. What are they called? Every time! The thingy on your knuckles. I don't know. Oh. Dang. Cut down to the white meat.
Take her.
All right, so they left with Vi.
Vi?
Where'd Caitlin go? And once again, I shouldn't even bother trying to do predictions in the intro because they're never right. Not even close. And it hurts me, okay? I love predicting things, and I'm wrong every time. Savika? Yes. Savika spilled the beans that Jinx is out and free. Not Jinx, Vi is out and free to Jinx. Silco did do kind of what I expected, which is try to get rid of Vi as quickly as possible and never tell Jinx, just to not disturb that little process. Ugh. Shifty, squirrely little glasses guy that I had completely forgot about assisted in saving Vi's life from the stab wound, but also only did it so that he could go scurry away and get another fix from the local dealer. I went through such a emotional, I was like, oh, the episode's obviously gonna end. They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna get reunited. And then they did. And I think it's maybe because we're in the back half of the season where it was like, okay, we're speeding up a little bit. Because I was so confident, oh, we're gonna leave off with her, the flare going out and she's all disappointed. And then maybe they'll do the powder and then it would cut to black. But no, we got them united. We got the hug, the beautiful moment, and then they're like, hold on. Okay, you're hearing voices. Cool. You're a little suspicious. Okay, cool. Caitlin coming up. Wait a minute, your sister's Jinx? Because she killed a bunch of people. She's the entire reason that I'm down here. Wait a minute, you're with an enforcer? I was like, oh, okay, we're getting even more than I expected. And then bringing out the firelights. Yes. Who have now claimed the gem, but don't know what it does, I'm assuming. The pop rock that no longer pops, so I guess it's just a rock. They took Vi in, which again I think is because if the leader isn't Echo, I'm still sticking with Echo as somewhere affiliated with the Firelights, because why else would they save her life? Whoever was behind the mask, who we still haven't seen, he was like, no, keep her, take her. It could just be because she's important to Jinx and they want leverage, but I feel like it's because it's Echo and he recognizes her. Caitlin got kicked in the face, got the pop rock stolen, got her prisoner taken. So I think she's unconscious. I think when she wakes up, she's going to have had a fairly gnarly 20 minutes and just be upset. I think she's going to have to go back home at this point because unless she teams up with Jinx now, but Caitlin was massively judgmental to Vi, who really hadn't done anything at this point. I don't think she's going to be able to work together with the girl who blew up all of her compatriots. I find it hard to believe. That's just not where her personality is at yet, but maybe since, Jinx is going to be like, I want to get my sister back, maybe she'll stomach it. Also, that was kind of a transition. I was going to say, back in Buildover. The transition is back in the underground when Victor was a child, was another weird scientist who I thought was Silco. And I know someone's going to watch half of it and be like, Emilia, that's not Silco, that's someone else. I couldn't tell. Okay, now I know. And he ran into Victor as a child and was doing some genetic experimentation. I think the confusing thing is how many weird scientists are there in the underground, okay? Because we have the original weird scientist who was working with Silco when they were developing Shimmer, and he got blown up, right? We saw that. Maybe that guy had burns. Maybe that is the same scientist. So I was going to say, how many weird genetically mutated scientists were studying genetic mutation, especially weird pink, purple, glowing genetic mutation? I mean, we saw that. Never mind. Perhaps it was just him. I was going to say, there are a dime a dozen in the underground, but I think that is the same scientist that we saw with Silco. He just didn't die in the explosion like I thought he did. Because, it does seem like Shimmer can be used to heal. So maybe exploding in a Shimmer accident is weird because it's that thing where you get hurt and then it cauterizes the hurt in a way. So he hulked out enough that it didn't kill him. But that's still a Victor-Silco connection. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they've run into each other some way, somehow. And even if they haven't, him being childhood besties with Silco's main scientist, especially working with Shimmer and working, I guess, with Shimmer 1.0 before it became what it is. well, suspicious, okay? I don't know. Not necessarily because he's doing anything wrong, but I do think he has some suspicious friends who are he's gonna have to go to them now because he's dying and he's desperate, and he's gonna make some unpleasant connections to try to save his own life. And if he brings the modified evolving hex gate thingy, I forgot what he called it, the hex Audrey 3. If he brings Audrey 3 downstairs to Silco's house, something bad is going to happen. So I hope he doesn't, but I feel like that's kind of where we're pointing if he's gotten desperate. Meanwhile, in Piltover, Jace just, he's learning from his girlfriend, I guess, which I guess is his girlfriend. Like, he came back and he was all like, you make me feel strong and smart, and I'm putting my head in your lap, even though I left you in the middle of the night. So it's funny, I was making all those jokes about her using him, but now I'm like, is he kind of just using her because it's convenient and they slept together? Because it was like, oh, I left in the middle of the night, but now I'm sad and I want someone to talk to. Because even she looked shocked when he like laid down with her head in her lap. I was like, oh, we're not. Oh, okay. And like, she couldn't even be mad at him because it's like, oh, I guess your best friend is dying that I didn't know was your best friend. That's crazy. There was an Uno reverse in who was using who in this relationship. He got real pissed at Heimerdinger for shutting down their plans and potentially risking Victor's life, and was just like, cool, let's evict him from the council. Which I feel like I wish there was some more. Like, I think this could have been a next episode thing, because I think it makes sense. We've already laid the groundwork for Victor making allies amongst the council. So I think if this episode had actually ended more with, hey, Heimerdinger wants us to destroy the one thing that could potentially save Victor's life, and him just being like, you know what, we need to get rid of him. And then you see him making these kind of backdoor deals. I think that would have been nice. And I guess, again, I'm not stupid. The implication is he feels like he has these people enough in his pocket that he could make a move like this. But it's a big move to go from, you really aren't qualified to be here, to, we've been pressured by Mel to put you on the council, to, we, made some deals after you ruined our semi-legal trade, mostly illegal trade, to, yeah, we're gonna literally evict the founder of our city on your word. So even if it's like, oh, but they've had long-standing issues with him, like Heimerdinger's age and kind of, I don't want to say entitlement, that's not the word, but his very strict moral compass has been impeding them for a while. So now they're like, great, this is our opportunity to get rid of him, because we can say, we didn't get any of that. Even they looked shocked by Jace's motion. So I was like, I feel like I kind of would have enjoyed a little Game of Thrones moment where it's like, hey, have you been trying to do stuff and Heimerdinger isn't letting you? Now someone could die because of his fear. This old man with his limited point of view, he doesn't understand what we do. He's not human. Like, I think that would have been really fun. And I think it would have shown like another level of Jace, not just as a scientist and then now as an angry guy, but like as a real politician. And again, we got glimpses of it, but I think it would have been fun if we'd gotten like 5 minutes of that before we get to the council vote. But either way, I was like, well, all right, then. That was, and now again, I'm more interested in like him and Mel, because it's not so much a love story to me now. It's like two people who like each other, who are in this intersexual relationship, but now it's like, okay, cool. When she's just using him as a pawn, that's not as fun. When he Uno reverses it, I'm like, oh, now I feel bad for her because it seems like she likes you. But if who has been molding him into this political figure, and now he takes that power and runs with it, interesting. And if he takes that power and runs with it so far that even she's like a little concerned about it, more fun. That's messy, and I'm into that. That was fun. I feel like sometimes these episodes go by so fast, and I'm like, wait, what just happened? And now that one, it almost felt like it kept going. I kept thinking it was going to end, and then more stuff was happening. But it's usually because they want to squeeze in another fight scene, to be fair. Like, we tend to end on fight scenes. Also, Caitlyn and Vi are totally getting together, obviously. It has, indubitably. Maybe not endgame, but at some point, they are getting together. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. You know I love it when you do that. If you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I still really, really appreciate you. You can follow me on Twitter at LeahSeesMovies, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!